Hi, welcome to Curious Kids Every Day. I'm Josh. How are you doing today? It's so good to hear from you. Hey, the other day, my son told me something about hummingbirds that I never knew. Do you want to know what he told me? He told me that hummingbirds are the only birds that can fly backwards. Did you know that? It got me thinking about hummingbirds in general. They are some of the most interesting birds that I know of. They can fly in place. They can literally just hover there in the sky. How do they do that? Do you know? I've also noticed that hummingbirds, their wings just flap so quickly. Can you pretend to be a bird? Make sure you're not standing too close to anybody else, okay? And then see how fast you can flap your arms. Okay, that is fast, but it's definitely not as fast as a hummingbird. You know how I know? Because you didn't start flying. Do you want to know exactly how hummingbirds fly and how fast their wings flap? Let's find out today. Hummingbirds are some of the tiniest birds on Earth, but don't let their size fool you. These little creatures are fast. In fact, they flap their wings so quickly that you can barely see them move. It just looks like a blur. But exactly how fast do they flap? Well, it depends on the type of hummingbird you're talking about and what it's doing. Some hummingbirds flap their wings around 50 times per second. That's not per minute, that's per second. That means before you could even say, one Mississippi, can you say one Mississippi? Before you could say, one Mississippi, a hummingbird has already flapped its wings 50 times! And some hummingbirds, like the amazing ruby-throated hummingbird, can flap even faster when they're diving or zooming around. In those moments, they can reach speeds up to 200 wing flaps per second! Can you count to 200? It takes a long time, doesn't it? That's how many wing flaps happen in just 1 second during the ruby-throated hummingbird's dive. It's unbelievable, isn't it? So, how do they flap so fast? Well, when you think about a bird flapping, what's the motion you do with your arms? Can you show me? Right, you think about it like that. Just up and down. Well, a hummingbird's wings are actually shaped differently than most other birds. Instead of flapping up and down like an eagle or a robin, their wings move in a figure 8 pattern. That means they can hover in midair, kind of like a helicopter. They can also fly forward, backward, and even upside down for a moment. What shape is an 8? Right, it's 2 circles on top of each other. Can you flap your arms in the shape of an 8? When I say that hummingbirds flap in the shape of a figure 8, that's what I'm talking about. You're basically making the number 8 with your arms in the sky as you flap them. That's how a hummingbird flaps its wings. A hummingbird's chest muscles are also super strong. About 30% of their body weight is made up of just the muscles they use to fly. That's like if you had arms that weighed as much as your whole torso. All of this gives them incredible control and power in the air. Because they flap so fast, well, they use a lot of energy. In fact, they have to eat constantly just to keep flying. They drink sweet nectar from flowers and sometimes snack on tiny insects too. And their heart beats over 1,200 times per minute. That's about 20 beats per second. Can you even imagine that? Compare that to your heart, which beats about once every second or so. All of that fast flapping makes a sound too, a soft buzzing or humming noise. That's actually where they get their name from, if you can believe it. The hummingbird. They're one of the only birds you can hear from far away because their wings are making the sound. There are over 300 species of hummingbirds, and nearly all of them live in North or South America. The smallest bird in the entire world is the bee hummingbird, which is only about 2 inches long. Hummingbirds are amazing little creatures. Okay, let's have a quick quiz. What shape do a hummingbird's wings move in? That would be a figure 8. What kind of food do hummingbirds love to eat? Something they get from the flowers, and then they also like to eat tiny insects. What was that thing they get from the flowers? Yep, that's right, nectar. And how fast can some hummingbirds flap their wings during a dive? 10 times per second, 100 times per second, or 200 times per second? Yep, 200 times per second. Okay, let's play true or false. True or false, hummingbirds can fly backward. That's true. My son taught me that. True or false, hummingbirds get their name from the sound of their heartbeat. That's false. Their heartbeat is very, very fast, but they actually get their name from the humming sound because of the way their wings are flapping so fast. True or false, hummingbirds only eat once a day. That is false. Because they're so fast, they have to be eating constantly. One more. True or false, hummingbirds can hover like a helicopter. Yep, sometimes you see hummingbirds and they're literally just floating in the sky in one spot. It's kind of crazy. Would you rather be super tiny and fast or really big and super slow? So basically, would you rather be a hummingbird or an elephant? You know what? I would rather be a hummingbird. It would be cool to be able to hover in the air. Okay, one more game. I want to play which bird is faster. I'm going to give you 2 birds. You tell me which one is the faster bird. Are you ready? An eagle or a red robin? That would be an eagle. An eagle can dive at speeds over 100 miles per hour. What about a falcon or a hawk? The peregrine falcon is the fastest bird on Earth, if you can believe it. It can dive at speeds over 240 miles per hour. All right, what about this one? A chicken or a duck? Which one of those birds is faster, the chicken or the duck? It's a duck. Ducks can fly and swim quickly, while chickens mostly just run or flutter for short bursts. What about an ostrich or a penguin? What do we know about penguins and ostriches? Neither of them fly, so which one can run faster? Yeah, it's the one you would think, the one with the longer legs, the ostrich. Ostriches are the fastest runners of any bird. How does a penguin run? Can you run like a penguin? Yeah, try to run quickly like a penguin. And also, don't hurt yourself. Ooh, my arms are going to be tired from pretending I'm a hummingbird flapping my arms in a figure 8. Whew, gonna be sore tomorrow. It was fun learning about hummingbirds today. What is your favorite thing about hummingbirds? And what kind of question do you think we'll ask tomorrow on Curious Kids Every Day? I can't wait to find out. So until then, keep asking questions and stay curious, kids. And for all the grown-ups listening, thank you so much for telling other parents about this show. Please visit CuriousKidsEveryday.com to get a free printable with activity ideas that don't involve screens. Those are the best kinds of adventures to have. That's CuriousKidsEveryday.com. See you tomorrow.